Silence is more powerful than we actually think. Now, let me elaborate on this. You do not need to speak about things that probably that you have in mind all the time, or things that you anticipate to happen to you, because in as much as we all want to hide that, yeah, okay, this world is not completely probably the most spiritual thing possible, or is people are not just bad or innately just terrible. People are, and the world is actually that bad. So if you are anticipating something good, or you just have something private that's supposed to be private and supposed to be kept secret, shut your mouth.
And that is how we're gonna start the season finale. Please, a round of applause. That was wow. Wow. Like that is how you start a season finale episode. I'm Cam,
I'm Benny.
and welcome to the very last episode of the mic
Very
season one.
last.
Not very last. It's not ending, no, like season one
You
of
can't
the
get
mic.
jealous.
Yeah. Now as you can see, we have two very gorgeous,
Beautiful women.
beautiful women. Beautiful women. And if by now you've not guessed the topic, we'll get to that. Please introduce yourselves to the audience.
Oh. Hi, my name is well, my name is Akwani the editor. I'm a video editor and a creative director in Abuja, but my name is Oninye. Period.
Okay. I'm Ify Ozoma, probably popularly known as Oma. I'm a law student in Bayes University, 300 level. Pray for me, I'm about writing my exams. So,
You
No,
know,
uh,
no easy. So today the topic is gonna be something that I know a lot of people are going to have something to say. We're going to be talking about. Let me just summarize it and say feminism, the concept of feminism in our generation. Basically, that's what I'm going to call it. And before we even dive so deeply, before we get all our thoughts and opinions, since there's only one, we can see that my lovely co-host here is outnumbered.
pray for me. Pray for
Deji,
me, guys.
just give us a little bit of like an understand your own
Of
understanding.
what?
Do you understand of what you think feminism is and what the movement is has been from your point of view?
Okay,
Do you understand?
so
Like just I'm not saying you should give us an internet
mm,
definition. No,
mm,
as Deji,
mm.
if you were to have a conversation that was not on cameras,
And I
off
will tell
camera,
somebody what I believe.
exactly.
No, I don't know. No issue. Anywhere, anytime. Even if I was in a room filled with women, I believe, because I don't have a problem with that. Anyway, I believe feminism is simply women fighting for their rights to, since you said not internet definition, I don't want to just say be equal, but the right to do, essentially. Just the right to be, to to exist in spaces and be able to do things as freely as anybody else. The easiest example I can use, to walk on the road at night or even
Okay.
during the day.
Okay.
So
Now,
yeah,
has there been any way like you can say that? Sorry, excuse me. Has there been any way you can say that the concept of feminism has, would I say, obstructed or caused you
issue in life.
issues, or made you feel a certain type of way, like as a guy now, like with the feminist movement in
Okay.
Nigeria? Has there been any way feminism has made you slightly uncomfortable, or made you feel bad, or made you feel off, like off put from it?
So, because I just heard two things. Um, one, if feminism has ever made me feel a certain kind of way,
Mm,
and two, if it has ever caused me discomfort,
mm.
okay, discomfort off the top of my head, no, like I don't see how it possibly could. I've never come into a situation where I don't know someone that is a feminist, or I've encountered people that it has caused me issue. As for felt a certain kind of way, I cannot lie. Yes, not because there's an issue or there's a problem. It is. I know people, but personally, I don't know about everybody else, but I know people that I don't want to say take it too far because it is already too far. Like I understand the history of where feminism came from. I understand, that in so many areas, not just in the past, even in modern day, men still push women down. I mean, that festival that happened not too long ago that people are still defending till
In South
today.
Africa.
So I can understand. But there are just certain people that I just know that it just feels like it is rage bait. Like at this point, I feel like they know that this is not what they are fighting for, but they're just trying to just like be too much with men. I might be wrong. I don't know.
What
There's
exactly?
this
Okay.
sorry, there's this particular babe. She was in my secondary school. She from time to time she comes online to like talk about different things that is on her mind. And sometimes I'm like, okay, this is calm, okay, this is right. Usually whenever something happens, maybe like I said, that festival or just anything related, there's a way you pass communication to people that you want them to understand that things that is happening is not right and there should be change. And there's a way you pass information to people and they're like, oh, I don't care anything. You are a fool. You are stupid. That is how our information comes across to me every single time that I've seen her post about it. Because is one thing for you to come and tell me now that what example would I use now, for example? Please can you give me something? Anything.
I should give you an example of what exactly
Like wrongdoing that men might
of
have done.
that men have done.
I
Where
know
do
they
we
took
start
for you.
from?
Just give me one.
Hey.
Give me one.
Okay, the issue of where like a guy kills a babe because of she did not give him number.
Okay.
Let's go for
So
the mediocre
let's
ones.
use that now. Now, let's say something happens like that and there's an outro, everybody's posting about it. Oh, you can see why we say all men. This, that. I don't even have a problem with you saying you can see why we say all men. I understand. That's one way. If you now come online and say that, for example, will I use that every man that is around you is an animal, even the man closest, like straight insults. It's always straight insults. And it's not a one-time thing, it's consistent. Even her dad, she dey blast. I know not everybody has good like relationships with their dad, but she dey blast her papa. She so obviously this one, all men did not concern her. They are evil, they are wicked. Something might have happened to her. Or maybe nothing happened to her, but I'm guessing something might have happened to her to cause that trauma. I understand. But we've spoken in previous episodes as to where you've had a level of exposure. You should know how to talk to people now. You're talking like I'm not saying the way she speaks is more important than the message being passed. But still, there should be a way you should speak. If and that's just the truth. If you're trying to get okay, let me throw a question now. Let's say, what is feminism trying to achieve right now? Is it trying to convince men to understand that women need help,
Now wait.
or
This is a okay concept or what?
is it trying to okay just say what you I don't have
Now
any
this is a
sure.
serious misconception. You see that thing of convince men.
Mm,
There shouldn't be any reason
mm.
why your fellow human being should be convincing you as to why he or
But I'm
she
saying what is
deserves
happening.
right. Feminism, isn't it? You know, you are saying that feminism is women fighting for their rights, women fighting. Feminism is a feminist is anybody that fights for the equality, equity in opportunities, in situations,
Mm,
jobs,
mm.
the equity of every of all genders.
And I believe if you're going to achieve equality with somebody else, you are telling the person that Alpha, understand that me and you are the same thing.
Now, when the people you are telling have chosen not to listen, do you know why? Do you know why I feel like I really want our to hear our guest point of view on this before I say anything. So to answer this his question that
But
he
okay,
just
sorry,
yeah.
sorry. Before they speak and before you, just to properly explain what I'm asking now, because I think at the end of the day, what is happening is whether or not it should be like that, I don't know. But what's happening is last, you are trying to, or the general overview is to tell men that get in line with so and so and so. Like this is a normal thing. This is how it should be. Because there's certain men that I don't know if it's they don't know or they don't care, but I believe that is the point. So if you're trying to convince somebody, or not convince, but if you're trying to tell somebody something, should there not be a way? If you know that the way you're going to say this thing is likely to rage bait this guy rather than help him, like, oh God, there's an example I saw. Yes, I remember now on TikTok not too long ago. The guy was talking about how the issue with this is that extreme feminists they come online, they are the ones that get coverage, and then they insult men, they say your dad is evil, your this, that, and then men see that and then associate feminism with that. Like they associate feminism with the hate. So I'm saying in this situation now, do you think that if you're trying to get somebody to understand the pain you are going through. Do you think that is the way to go?
I would love to hear what our guests have to say, kind of like.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to make reference to what you said about quote unquote feminism being quote unquote violent, where women are coming online and they're saying things like, oh, it's all men, your father is dangerous, your brother is dangerous. First of all, I'm going to come and say that for everything, there's an extreme and then there's like not enough. You understand? And then there's always a middle balance. Sincerely speaking, I honestly don't think, I don't know, I'm actually standing at the verge of sounding misandrist and stuff. But genuinely speaking, I don't even think.
You don't
Don't
think
think
you're
you're
Just
violent?
violent.
land,
Don't
Don't
think
think
you're
there's
land,
any
genuinely
land. We're
violence
here
violent?
at
for you.
all.
Just land.
Or
We
you're
are
not
not
violent
violent
enough?
enough.
I don't, thank you.
Period.
We're
From
not violent enough
please, that's what I wanted to
because
hear.
misandry is, oh my god, I hate men. Oh my god, I wish men could die. But misogyny is actually picking up a knife and killing
Misandry
a
never
woman.
killed anybody.
Misandry never
Misandry
kills
doesn't kill men.
anyone.
Misogyny
It
kills
doesn't
women every
kill
single
men.
day.
Misogyny doesn't kill men, but then misogyny hurts
Kills
I
and
agree.
hurts
not
women.
only women. Misogyny kills
Men,
men,
women, children.
women, and
I
children.
agree.
You understand? So that's like the first point you said. Second of all, I don't know, maybe because you are in the manosphere and you're like an active participating member of the manosphere, but maybe it's just me, but I don't think you realize one thing about men, or this is what me I think about men. Men don't take anything serious. So you want, like, I can't convince a Nigerian man that I should have free access to abortion. So what makes you think I can gently convince a Nigerian man that I have rights to other things? So do you want me to be doing, please, please, I'm a
Please,
human
I'm a
being
human
like
being.
you.
Please,
Don't kill
don't
me.
kill me.
Don't
Let me
rape
have
me.
rights.
Please let me
Let me
have
walk in the
rights.
night. I beg you. Come on.
Men don't take things seriously. In fact, even you as a man now, like if you're having like an altercation with another man, they'll tell you like,
Why did they do like
okay,
woman?
why they do like woman?
That's the next
Don't make him
statement.
think that you're weak. Like now, man, where you be, you understand? Men just don't take this thing seriously. So, sincerely speaking, if I want a Nigerian man to take my rights as a woman serious, I'm going to have to be violent. Because, sincerely speaking, even if I'm not violent, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Don't.
So, I honestly
Exactly.
just have to pick the best thing
For me.
for me, honestly. And if you want to deem it as, I mean, I feel like violence should be physical. You understand? I mean, I can't look at you and tell you, oh, you're stupid. And then you say, oh, I hit you. I didn't hit you. I just verbally insulted you. You
Exactly. And
understand?
if I know I'm not stupid, it's not going to affect me.
Exactly. But then there's now you on the other hand, or there's now a misogynist on the other hand that actively harms women.
Wait to you.
No, not you,
Okay,
not
okay,
you. Like I'm
okay,
just giving
okay,
an instance. Not I'm
okay.
just giving an instance. So you cannot compare, because even for me, self, I feel like as a woman, self, when you're saying all these things, oh, men are not good, God punish all men, men are this, men are that, is genuinely nothing compared. Like even when I say, oh my God, I'm going to stab this man, is genuinely nothing compared to when a man says, I'm going to stab this woman. Because me now, if I want to like challenge a man, the reality is that biologically you're stronger than me. So if I want to actually challenge you, you can subdue me and then like protect yourself. But then if you're actually out to harm me, there's little to nothing I can do to protect myself. So you can actually harm me. So one is like a threat and then the other is like a promise. So like there really isn't any comparison. So honestly, I feel like Nigerian feminism especially,
Needs to be
Nigerian feminism
violent.
especially
Needs to be
needs to be a
violent.
lot more violent than
Needs
it
to be
is.
violent. Oma,
We're
please.
too calm.
Your thoughts, because I feel like you have a lot.
Okay, so I think I want to start it by defining what I believe feminism is. I personally believe that feminism is the stance to defend what is equal and what is supposed to be the rights of females, as well in like on the basis of generality for both males and females, like equality of gender, not just equality, but then not equality in visuals, but in actualization. So now coming to what he said, I do understand like where you guys are coming from, but like my side of feminism is more on the less hating axis and more on the, oh, you're supposed to do this because this is the way life is supposed to be. Do you understand? So if you don't, let me just briefly explain. So now we all came into the, okay, um on religious basis, be it you're Christian, you're Muslim, or Buddhist, or whatever, you have a God now, right? That major creator that brought us, like brought us into this world. Now, he created us in my own understanding as equal. Do you understand? So now, like, we are both of flesh and blood. We both have consciousness. We are aware. We have soul, spirit, and the body. So I do not understand where the dominance is supposed to be coming from. Yes, I know it says in certain places in the Bible that, yes, like the man is supposed to be the head of the house and this, that. In my understanding, if we are to take gender roles here, a man, okay, as a man, you provide, you protect, and you keep. Then we as females will do what is right. If you can stand in your masculinity, a female will stand in her femininity.
Exactly.
Simple. But men choose to move the other deceptive route, and they want to, in fact, they want to eat that cake
Dominate.
and have it.
Yes.
And I do not personally understand that part of it, because you will say A, and in your mind, you're defining more of B, which it makes no sense to me. So if you're saying, okay, fine, we'll give you your rights and everything, but you know what? I want this, but you cannot have it. I don't get it. Do you understand? So where I'm coming from with this whole feminism thing is that, like, women have a stance for everything. As you are a man, a woman has. Do you understand? It's just that. Like in Nigeria, feminism in Nigeria, people are coming online that say, oh, I hate men, and this is a, let me tell you the truth of it. Human beings are human beings. When I say human beings are violent, you can be male, you can be female, be it whatever you are. You can be violent. You can come out and say, okay, yeah, I hate men. This. You have no idea what is in the consciousness of a regular human being. You understand? So now you could probably come out and say, yeah, I hate this person. I'm gonna do this to this person, this, that. And that could probably be a man saying that. If a woman comes out to say that, don't forget, we're in the kitchen. We're cooking.
You know, that's another thing that
We're
actually.
cooking. You're sleeping on the same bed with us.
That's one
So
thing
you
I don't
In fact, what are we
understand.
saying?
Don't
Let's go
understand.
back to the 15th century. Where is it? What do they call those flowers? Is it midnight? Whatever.
Oh.
It is not hard. It's arsenic.
Oh yeah, arsenic.
Like
Arsenic.
slowly, the truth of it is, if people want to be evil,
They will be evil.
It's
Exactly.
simple.
Now, okay.
So you can move and say, okay, yeah, you know what, a man is gonna. In fact, I'm saying women are they're really driving the driving force to this whole is it misogyny or whatever they call it,
Misandry.
misandry. Women are really pushing for the whole, like, no, we don't deserve as much rights, because that's what they have been trained with for years
Okay, if you're
and
talking
years
on that
and
aspect, then it's
years.
misogyny.
Now, thank
Misandry
you,
is the hatred of men.
misogyny. So
Misogyny.
now they're saying that the truth of it is that we wouldn't think the way that we're thinking, like degrading ourselves, if it didn't start from the beginning.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
We've all, like, there's something Chimamanda Adichie said. She said that as a girl, especially a girl child, you are programmed to just be ashamed.
Yes.
Nothing, no, just ashamed. Sit down, put your legs together.
Together.
Don't look at this person. Don't wear this here. Don't wear this and go out. Don't wear this and
Now,
stay
see the
in.
thing. See the
You've
thing
been
here.
programmed to just be ashamed of something.
Yes. See. So another thing. Let me just clarify something. Let me define things for our audience, in case you don't know. There is misandry. There's misogyny. There's misandry and misogyny. Then there's feminism. A misandrist can be a feminist. But not all feminists
And
are misandrists.
misandrist.
Not all misandrists are feminists. I need people to understand that misandry is the hatred of men. Yeah, feminism is, as we've all defined in our own individual ways, what it is. Misogyny is the hatred of women. I've defined it layman terms. Any other fathers you want to do, go and do your research. So my thing here is how you said that Chimamanda Adichie, like we've been taught to be ashamed. Women have been taught to be ashamed. I went to an all-girls school, a secondary school. And this concept of, we had a brother school also. You know this thing where like all girls school have an all boys
boys
brother school. We go for events. Like let's say we'll go for an event and we'll meet there. And there's a clear difference between the all girls school and
and
the
the
all
all
boys
boys
school.
schools.
When I was in secondary school, they taught us that you sit down with your legs closed, pin straight up, cross your leg. If you want to, like, you cross your leg and put it
Straight-
under the chair.
straight
That is how
back.
I was taught to sit in secondary school. The reason why it seems like as if let's say women in Nigeria go too far, quote unquote, or come off as hatred, come off as hating men, because the system has been choking us, like holding our throats since we're able to think for ourselves.
We're able to think for
Since you're able
ourselves.
to make a cognitive thought and do things for yourself, even if you're not able to do things for yourself, but at the young age of like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, depending on the background you're coming from, you've been taught to be responsible. Me, for example, I'm a first daughter. I know when I started doing house chores. I know when I started cooking. I know when I started taking responsibilities as a human being.
There's something that they say about first daughters. They say that we are very irritated by incompetence because we were never allowed
We're
to be
not allowed to
incompetent.
be incompetent.
We're not
Are we not
allowed.
first daughters here?
Yes, we
I'm a
are.
first daughter.
Because
We
exactly,
We were not
are.
we are not allowed
allowed.
to be
We were
incompetent. So
not
You are
allowed.
the
incompetence is very
trained, the
annoying.
trainee,
You are
and
the
the
trainer,
trainer.
the trainee, the
Exactly.
third parent,
Like
the
they'll make
fourth
all the
parent.
mistakes with you, but you still have to learn not to make mistakes yourself.
Mind you, your
Yeah.
siblings' mistakes are also your
Then
Your
mistakes.
that
mistakes.
your
There's
mistake.
no way out. Do you
There's no
understand?
breathing
So
for
now,
you.
with someone that has come from that background and has been able to, and has the opportunity to grow out and have thinking for herself, she now goes to society. She's an adult now. Like imagine you've lived with this thing where like you've been taught to bend your head down and put it on the
Yes.
floor by fire by force. You now grow. You're not living by yourself. You're not trying to experience the world for yourself. Only for you to see that what is at home is also outside.
Side.
Yeah.
There's no opportunity to just be.
Honestly.
The thing I would say that I understand why so many Nigerian women are angry, like angry feminists, is that men are giving so much leeway. Nigerian men are giving so much space to make
leeway.
mistake,
To behave how
to
you
behave how they want to
want.
behave. They like, you can say, okay, the only time that a Nigerian man is held is like, oh, make money, you're a man. Apart from making money, nobody really cares if
Whether you're home
whether you are home
trained,
trained, whether you have basic etiquette, nobody
nobody
cares as long as
cares.
money is in your account.
And it's hard
But
to be
a woman
olodo
will make that
uprising.
money that people say she should make, and you still expect her to behave the way women are supposed to behave in
behave.
society. Do you understand? So it's like, why is the male gender giving so much opportunity in Nigeria? Let's talk about Nigeria because that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Giving so much opportunity in Nigeria to just be, but then a woman wants to just be, and everybody left, right, front, center is telling her, oh no. And then you now like escape that thing because you are fighting for, it's a battle every single day.
Every single
It's
day.
but like people are like, oh, and why you always fine girl smile now? Oh God, there's nothing
There's
to
nothing to smile about.
What are you telling? Like, are you sick?
About.
Do you have ever seen a woman tell a boy, fine boy, smile now, smile for me? Because why are we doing that?
I don't even want you to smile for
Do you
me,
understand?
sef.
Like, there's no, like, why will you be telling somebody, oh, smile? Like, you are trying to force the person to show
be
you what
happy.
you want
Like
to see.
what?
Somebody is going through a bad day and saying that kind of thing, you expect the person to be smiling with you. Do you understand? So it's like every single interaction just downplays who we are as a human being.
Yeah.
When we come into the sector of earning, if you get to a certain level in life as a woman, they'll say you slept your way to the top. That's the next thing. You see successful business women. Let me use someone that I follow. Here's by Dima. Here's by Dima bought a car. Was it last year or earlier this year? Last year. The whole
Nothing they did
internet
not say to
said
that
that it was woman that bought that car for her. Meanwhile, this babes makes more than 200 sales a day. Last year she made
selling wigs.
selling wigs. And you're telling me she not,
And you're accrediting her success to an imaginary man.
imaginary man. Do you see how crazy that is? Nobody is going to question a man's earnings. Nobody.
Yeah, whether it's legal or
So,
not.
like, that is even the craziest part. Yahoo boy, yo. Ritualist.
In fact, I feel like you even get more street cred with the level of
is going to
illegality
tell
in
a
your
guy
hand.
Yeah.
how far. No, I'm coming. Make
Okay,
I land.
okay,
Nobody's going to tell a man how far. This is your money. I'm pretty sure say you get one from so and so. Or even if they find out you get, they'll be like, baddest, boss. But the woman succeeds on her own, or she succeeds with a little help, or no help.
And then
the next
everybody
thing
thinks
is
that
she
you use
sells
your
her way
pussy
the
to
top.
buy
All
this.
of a sudden, she's unmarriable.
She's unmarriable.
That's the next one.
She's too big to
she's
next
too
man
big. She
cannot
cannot
deal with a
submit.
woman
that
that
makes so much money than me.
She will be
See,
disrespecting
she
me.
will be too
Oh,
so
Jesus Christ.
so
I
vulnerable.
cannot get
Men,
it.
oh my
Because
god.
a successful, you should pray for a successful woman. Because if your woman is not successful, you will not grow.
You will not grow.
so
Finish.
Deji, you say you have
So
something to say,
it
please.
is that simple. But like, go ahead.
There's
You know,
not.
and see, we're not attacking you.
No,
I
no,
want you to
no.
understand that we're not attacking you.
I understand. I'm not offended by anything. I mean, there's nothing to be offended by in the first instance. I understand the situation. But would you say that, because at the end of the day, this is speaking to our generation,
Okay.
would you say it is still this prevalent in our generation?
Can I say something?
Because I'm sorry. I would argue that a few points, probably not generally all, but a few points, as what you're saying, is not,
Applicable to this generation.
it's not as bad.
Honestly, I feel like one thing you fail to realize is that misogyny is not just flat out saying, "Oh my God, you're a woman, go to the kitchen." That's not it. I'll give an example of, like, I feel like everybody has internalized misogyny. I'll give you an example. Whenever, like, I'm on the road, I'm in a car, and then somebody does one kind stupid maneuver with their car, in my mind, at the back of my own head, I'm like, oh, it's definitely a woman at the back of the steering wheel. You understand? So that is my own internalized misogyny. You understand? So misogyny is so deep into our system, our culture, traditions, that, like, this generation is not outrightly misogynistic. But then there's just some little things that they
That still
would
needs to
do
be
that
corrected.
are still very, very misogynistic.
Let me even counter this thing you said. Look it up. You guys should look it up. Our generation is more regret. Like, we're regressing more on women's rights.
How now?
No, do you know? I watched a video. I think it was 2 days ago, where, like, they pulled out statistics. I can't bring out the video right now, but it was like a 5 to 10 minutes video. They were using it globally, so we know that, okay, maybe the statistics are not as. But
But
I honestly, when the statistics came, I was like, I see this happening. Our generation of men, the guys in our generation, the guys ranging from, let's use 15 and above,
Okay.
15 to 29,
Okay.
are more regressive in that school of thought. You might say that is either they're regressive or they're on defense, that they say it's not their business. Now, let me just point it to you. If you say you are on defense on matters
you're
like
making
this,
matters
you are
even
part of
worse.
the
You're part of the
problem.
problem.
You are adding to it, because
You're
that
adding to
your
the issue.
regressiveness and that your
It's
nonchalancy
giving leeway.
is giving
It's giving
leeway to the
leeway.
men that are actively doing it. Do you understand?
Exactly.
So it was the statistics were that our generation of guys, the generation of guys, are more backwards, are more regress, are more of the regressive thinking of
But
women's
I
rights.
don't agree with that, with this. So. Like, I would
You
like to
now,
know
do you know
the.
why you say you don't agree with that? Because of the guys you've come across don't seem that type of way, but
Mhm.
the guys,
It's
Deji,
not even sorry. It's not even just the guys I come across. Like, I believe they are different, at least from what I've read. There are different, like, phases of what feminism has grown to be. Like, from how it was originally just fighting for equality to now the different areas that we see misogyny. Like, before it was just plain, like, oh, let me not just be in the kitchen, but like now that's extended to,
no,
like,
before it
different.
wasn't even that. Before it was, do you know feminism? Like, early feminism was way more violent than it is right now,
It was.
because they were fighting to vote.
They
They were
were
fighting to be
holding
paid.
protests.
I'm
They
talking
were
about I'm talking
fighting.
about even before then, because like from what I read, like women were like really, really pushed down before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was just
they were
that's what I'm
seen
saying
as
now.
baby making
Wait, now
machines.
that's what I'm saying, that at that point in time, I don't think you can compare
I'm not
what
saying it
men
is
did
in
to women
tandem with what it was before. I'm saying that it is regressing back to.
back to
Yeah.
that.
Do you understand? I'm
Okay,
not
so
saying it is in tandem
so
or it
let's
is
And
up to that
honestly, I
level.
feel like
so
if it's regressing, honestly, sorry to say, I feel like if it's regressing back to that, I always tell people that for every evil man,
mm,
there's an even
there are
eviler
10.
woman behind him.
Okay.
So I feel like if our misogyny is regressing, I feel like to some extent, some women are adding to it. I'll give an example. Some elderly women have actually come up to me as a woman and they've told me that as a woman, yeah, this is the best time to be alive because you can do anything you want. You can choose to be a housewife, you can choose to be a career woman. You understand? Now, there are some women that have chosen to be traditional women, and that's fine. That's your choice. Now, when your choice, you now start to harm
Force it on
others and try to force it onto others. It's like, let's say now me, I'm a traditional woman and you decided to be a career woman. I'll not look at you and be like, oh, I can never do this rubbish that you're doing. No, I love my family so much. I love my husband so much. Why are you weaponizing the opportunity that we gave you as a woman? Do you
Exactly,
understand?
because I know it
And
was a
then
choice.
another thing about Nigerians, so a lot of Nigerian men like to complain that, oh, women are gold diggers, women like money, women like this. I would also like to say that the same way Nigerian women are obsessed, the same way Nigerian women are obsessed with hypergamy, that is marrying up, is the same way Nigerian men are obsessed with hypogamy, marrying down. No man wants to be with a woman that is bigger than him.
That's not true.
Let me just
But
hold your hand. That you just gave
that's
us
not
Honestly,
true.
bars.
it's true.
Bars.
No man wants to marry a woman that has more money than him.
You know, like how Nigerian women would go ahead and search, or their goal is to marry someone who's earning very
More than
high,
them.
to feed off, like to feed their lifestyle properly, you get.
Yes.
Then Nigerian men, I wouldn't, in fact, I would love to say the older ones, because I'm telling you, no woman who has no, in fact, no woman who has gone through her 20s cannot tell me that they've never experienced an older man approaching them
An
before.
older married man.
Yeah, it's always them.
But then let's just say an older man
No, let's call it
approaching.
spade a
Call
spade.
a spade a
An
spade.
older married
Married
man
man.
that
All
is
right.
They
old
are
enough to be your
married.
father.
Okay, basically. So now, in that sense, the reason why I believe that they come down, in fact, this is a theory that a man shared to me, and I was like, wow. So, the reason they come down and they cannot, in fact, they find it very much a curse to date or to be with women, probably within the ages of their 30s, their 40s, is because they know more. The women are more
A
aware.
man told
So
me this.
now they will come down. You see a whole ass 50 something year old
With
man
a
coming to say that
22-year-old
I
girl.
cannot date any girl that's more than 25 years old. Why do you think so? The clear reason is because they feel that they know less. They are not as
And that is the truth. They
aware.
actually
In fact,
do.
they feel like if they can,
Because
they
they
feel like
They can take
they can,
advantage
yeah,
of
not just take advantage,
you.
but they can groom. That's the word.
They can
They feel
groom.
like they can groom them so much so,
Basically, make you into
basically,
their wife.
thank
A
you. In
woman that
fact,
they want.
there was a process that someone, oh my God, I'm going to teach you guys so much. There was a process, a man came to me and told me that, like, with these older men, it's going to start with them meeting you, approaching you, telling them, oh, they love you and whatever, whatever. You start dating them. They will start sending you big money. You're happy.
the big money they are sending you is not big money because those
It's not big
40
money,
year
oh.
old, 30-year-old
It's not big
women,
money, oh.
they cannot send that kind of money to
They
them.
I'm
Do you
can't.
understand?
That's
telling
small
you,
money to
they're
those
sending,
women.
no, now they will send you 500K and think that in your mind is,
It's so
wow,
big.
wow, they sent me 500K. Darling, I could make 500K in my sleep. Like, it's simple.
It's that
So it's
simple.
not hard, just work. So now
Girl,
they
just
would, after
work.
all of that, probably
It's
a
like
month
women
and
don't want to
something. If
work
a month
now.
will not reach, after they've sent you that money the first time, they start having expectations. Omo, you have to sleep with me. Like, they'll come and start trying
And
to
they
be
expect
touchy. They'll come and
loyalty.
start trying to sleep with you. Then they'll probably come after the sleeping, they'll feel like, okay, this is the process. Then they start coming to ask for things like cooking. How dare you? You could have a chef, you could have in fact,
You have a
your hands are not
wife.
broken. Why will you call me to your house to cook for you? You didn't have that issue before, prior to you meeting me. So why would you do that? So after the whole cooking thing, because I've heard so many young girls fall victim to this thing, and it kills me that they will, after that system, probably they're in school or something, or they're probably working, and then now you move in, they'll ask you to move in with
Oh
them.
my God.
After you've moved in with them, it's simple. Your movement is controlled. I'm telling you, the driver is taking you here, there. Where are you going to? How dare you? This is that. Before you know it, your self-esteem degraded to the floor.
You have
And
no friends to fall
you
back
have no
to.
friends to fall
You
back to,
have
because
depended on
In
every
that
fact,
man
you
friend
for
have
is
you
you.
have
now an inbuilt
isolated your
person to your
family.
relationship. And after that is ruined for you. Now they are now tired
He's
of you.
basically all you
They're
know.
not like, you know what? I'm done with this. I've groomed to the best of my abilities. And I'm tired of this trash. On to the next. They now go and find another girl that's probably younger
Younger
than
than
you.
you.
And in fact, you can be a whole 25. You find out this man is going to chase a 20, 21-year-old. Your frontal lobes, your frontal lobes are
Have not
coming to
even
look for you,
Deji
developed.
has something
thinking
to
that
say.
£1 million is going to shift you. Girls, pick up your,
And
in fact,
honestly, it's
pick up
actually
your class.
shifting some of
Like,
you.
£1 million in Nigeria is barely anything.
It's
I'm
barely
telling you, a
anything.
billion naira in Nigeria
That's less than
currently
thousand
is
dollars.
how many thousands of dollars? Our money hardly has value now.
No
So
value.
just know that if you can work, like the amount of effort you put into all of those stupid things that you're doing, you can work it, you can
Put it
get
to
And
it. It's
yourself.
honestly,
simple.
just to piggyback
It
on
is
what she said,
simple.
it honestly feels like, and I'm so sorry to say, it honestly feels like some Nigerian women actually do not want to work.
But they don't.
Obviously now.
They just want to like find a rich man that'll be doing them odogu
But they
parara.
don't.
And it
Odogu
makes
parara. I wanted
absolutely
to say
no
something.
sense.
They're
Okay.
willing to give up their
I
freedom
mean,
for it.
I don't want to move so much away from. Let's not be like I'm trying to push away from all the points that you guys have made. You guys have made wonderful points, and I agree on so many things. But I don't know. There was something that you said, but
Yeah.
that just made me think of something.
Go
And I
ahead.
just said, let me just ask the question.
Go ahead.
So, you know how you were talking about how, um, okay, you made a reference to him inviting her to his house to cook. What made you think you can do that kind of thing? I don't know why this came to my head. So there's a question that some guys have asked. I think other
Okay.
people have asked. Where in Nigeria now, for example, if a man does not have money,
Okay.
you've spoken about how some women don't want to work.
Yeah.
So extending to that, if a guy does not have money, in Nigeria at least,
Okay.
it is like he has, there should never be the possibility of him even approaching a woman.
Approaching.
That's the patriarchy's fault. It's not my
Yeah,
fault.
that's not feminism.
That's not feminism.
patriarchy.
That's
That was
patriarchy.
set up by the patriarchy. Like, you see this thing you just said.
Mm.
It
It
is
was
the
set up by
patriarchal
the
system that
patriarchy.
set it up. Like, y'all be really be thinking that we
But
are over here trying to impeach
how would a
yourself.
nigga know that? Because as far
Honestly,
as
nigga
it's
know
concerned,
what?
Coming from a
it's
woman,
women
yeah.
that
Educate yourself,
it is
bro.
women
Educate
that
yourself.
is
Honestly,
No,
coming from
it's
a woman, yeah.
society that says that, not women. It's
Honestly.
very, very
But
because
how-
both
wait,
men
wait,
and
wait,
women say
wait,
it. It's
but wait.
society in
I'm
general.
saying this as like I'm saying you can be a guy now,
Mm-hmm.
and especially in university, you can like the example that you've given now. Let's say in uni now, there are so many beautiful ladies that have experienced maybe older rich men, and because of that, me that is struggling in
Now,
university
first of all,
trying to
let me tell you something about women, yeah.
Mm.
It's not like women are inherently attracted to money.
Mm.
What women are attracted to is ambition.
Okay.
A woman could easily, in my opinion,
Mm.
a woman could easily be with a guy that's not really financially there if he has ambition.
But we've seen so many situations where
No, I'm not
The
done. Let me, I'm
situations you've
done.
seen, sorry, just not to cut you short.
Okay.
The situations you've seen are media exaggerated.
not media.
No,
No,
I'm
I've
I
seen,
know
I've
I'm
seen,
saying
I've seen. I don't
this is
understand.
what
Something I've seen in real life. Is that how is that
honestly,
media?
honestly, I was going to just say something here. Aside women being attracted to ambition,
Mm.
there, in my opinion, there are three things we're attracted to, aside like face,
Mm.
because every girl wants like a fine man, a
Mm.
fine tall man, especially. Ambition, generosity, and self-esteem.
Mm.
Now, if you're a man and you know fully well that you know what, I never get him like that yet, but I am going to get there.
Mm.
That's the ambition.
Mhm.
Now, because you know that you're going to get somewhere,
Mm.
it doesn't affect your self-confidence. You're
When
still very confident that okay, I don't have money now,
Mm.
but I'm going to have
Okay,
later.
say.
And then you start to work really
Hard.
hard. You're always on the clock. You're always clearly ambitious.
Mm.
There is really no girl goes to look at you. I mean, some girls look at you and be like, "Oh, well, you can't really talk to me," and that's fine.
Mm.
Or some girls look at him and be like, "Oh my god, he's ambitious as fuck.
Mm.
I want some of that." You understand?
Mm.
Women are attracted to. Fine, we like money because I'm not about to come into your life to suffer. Let's be
Mm.
so fucking for
Mhm.
real. But aside that,
Mm.
women love ambition. We love to see we love to see a
That's-
hardworking man.
Yeah.
A man that wants to be a man. He wants to protect. He wants to provide. He wants to keep.
Mm.
That is sexy as fuck.
Mm.
Now you could have money and have zero ambition.
Mm.
I'll give an example. Pele has money, oh. He has money, but his ambition is to be an olodo. And that's a very weird. I have no idea what Jarvis is. I feel like her she's an olodo as well. That's the only reason why you'd be attracted to a guy that is 5 years younger than you, displaying non-entity online.
I was trying to say it
Yeah,
now.
I think it's
No,
quite
Bella is
your
young. Oh.
5 years, like the age distance between like when he was in primary one, she was in primary six, kind of age difference. So like if you as a man, you know that okay, because even one thing I don't like about men, yeah, I don't really like when a man doesn't really have money and then he opens his mouth to call himself broke. That's very unattractive. But then if you're like, you know what, I no get them now, no means I no go get them later. You continue working, you're ambitious, the small you have, you give it out. Because if you have so little and you still find a percentage to give out, obviously when you have a lot, you will still give out. You
So,
understand?
I'm so sorry to interject,
Mhm.
and I understand and I agree with you.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you now, you said it's media. I'm not talking from the place of media. I'm talking about for something. Okay, there's a friend of mine, but
Wait,
wait
calm
now.
down, wait. We've had this topic before. If you no get money, man or woman, no enter relationship. I don't talk am before for this
So,
stage.
I've,
I've said it
I'm getting,
before.
I'm
If you
getting
don't have
something.
money, man or
I'm getting
woman,
something
leave
with that,
relationship, focus on yourself.
you should not enter a relationship now. This young man now is obviously not quite there. In fact, in this particular situation, but it's not even that he was necessarily denied at first. They give him small vibe like, okay, there's going to be something. And this guy tried his best. I think on her birthday, he said he had saved a lot. He rented out this, he did that, did that. Less than 1 month later, my brother in Christ saw his babe. Well, like, his babe with this one is not even older man that has crazy money. Another guy that just guide pass him. So So to get to the point now is in a world where, as a Negro or as a man, you've seen that money seems to, like you've said, it's not actually it. It is ambition.
Mhm.
But from your perspective, money seems to be the driving force. When you get an adequate amount, when you have a large amount of money, why should you not want multiple women? It's a question. It's not,
So wait, let me take this one back to you. Yeah, this is very very simple. Why do you want multiple women?
Why do you want
It's very
multiple
simple.
women?
Like, just tell us. I'm
It's
not even
like
saying it as like an
it's
calm
so
down.
jarring because
Just
one
chill.
woman is enough.
Just chill.
Mm.
Like, let's not even. I'm not going because I feel like we're drifting a little
Greed
bit.
now.
Why do you want
Greed now.
Okay, you want multiple women for greed, but then
Wait,
oh, wait, calm down, calm down, wait,
This you.
calm down.
This is not me. I'm asking
No,
myself.
I'm just no. You came. You are the one that made the statement, so you have a reason for making that statement. I feel like statements are not made without something to back it up.
Okay.
You said that when a man makes it, why should he not want
Okay.
multiple women,
Mhm.
right? Why do you think he should want multiple women?
Or should I say, why should he settle for one woman? Because
Why do you think
in
he
this
should
particular
settle for
situation,
plenty women?
it's as if you do not have money, the woman can shank any man that does not have
No, I'm
money
saying
or can
Deji.
upgrade.
Deji.
Because in this particular example that I gave now, she was already with a guy now. But
Honestly,
somebody had more money and shanked him.
honestly, I feel like
So I
I
can't
feel like
shank people
if
now
you
that he
think
has
you
money.
have money and then you want to have access to all the women in this life, generally speaking, it's your life, it's fine. But then likewise, me, I'm a very beautiful woman.
Mm.
Can I have 5 men?
But that's where my question came from. That in this particular
I
situation
want
now,
5 men.
this lady or woman has been shanking, like she has been moving from
No,
man to man,
you're not saying that you want to
moving
shank
for the
them.
better.
You're saying that you want to be in possession of multiple women.
That's what you said.
That's
now.
what you
Have
said.
multiple women.
Have
Yes, yes.
not like sleep and dumb, sleep like you want to possess
You
like
want
Several
multiple
women.
women to be at your beck
and
and
honestly
call.
speaking, that's fine.
It's
If you
not
want
me,
to go
oh.
around
It's not
being
me, God.
polygamist, that's completely fine.
Mm.
Once you want to use your money and gather babes, that's fine. But then also bringing in feminism and equality. If you think that your money can give you access to 5 women, my beauty to give me access to five
You know
men as
something, eh?
well.
So let me bring
But
it
that's
down.
what I'm saying. Is this right?
Wait, excuse me.
This
Let me
this way of.
It doesn't make
But
sense.
that's what
let me
happened.
let me say something.
No, it doesn't. Me as a woman, I'm a fine woman.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry, my love. Me like this, I'm a fine woman, and genuinely speaking, if I want to have like 10 men in my arsenal, nothing is stopping me. But then that doesn't make sense because, sincerely speaking, one man is stressful. Why would you want to have more than one? Why would you want to stress yourself like that? It doesn't make sense. But if you want to, this is your life. Go ahead. Feminism has given you that choice. You understand? Now, you as a man, if you think if you want money and you want access to all the women in this world, that is also completely fine. But let us also remind ourselves that, like, honestly, having multiple men in your arsenal, having multiple women in your arsenal, it means absolutely nothing. And it's stressful. If you read the book of Proverbs and the book of Ecclesiastes, you realize that everything that Solomon did in his life, he lived in massive regret. Because Ecclesiastes, every single thing you hear is, oh, is just in vain. Everything is in vain. This guy had 1,000 women in his arsenal. Nobody could do it like him ever. But then he said that
Seriously,
That's true.
nobody
That's
can do it
true.
like him. But then he said that
Nobody
at the end of
can
the
do it
day,
like
all
him.
these things is fleeting. All these things is vain.
now,
He was actively doing it. Oh, he was enjoying himself. But then at old age, by the time all
You
his
realize-
kids had left him, all his wives had left him, he said everything is in vain and he wasn't really happy. So if you want to have 1,000 women like Solomon, please go ahead.
something. I feel like we've even low key drifted because now I've gone into the aspect of what patriarchy has done to relationships. Like,
And that is what
literally,
patriarchy
literally,
does.
yeah,
Puts
literally, yeah.
itself in
We're not even talking about
situations where
feminism
it's not
again. We're
supposed to
talking
No,
be.
about
no. Do you know?
calm down.
Do you know I brought this up now, but because I feel like it's very easy for the average Nigerian man that is not informed to not know the difference between women coming from feminism and behaviors through women from the patriarchy. Because, like you said before, misogyny is so in depth that even some women portray certain.
Yeah.
But to you, a guy, you, as far as you are concerned, everything women is feminism.
Yeah.
And that tells on your person. I feel like, you are you aware that men can be feminists too? Do you know that?
I know now.
Are you sure?
I be feminist now.
Because I don't think how
God, Jesus, you just doubt myself.
I don't think if, as a, you realize that both men and women can be feminists, because it's a person, it
Mm.
doesn't be a woman,
Mm.
can be feminist, that you'll be seeing patriarchal systems that have been put up. Like, because if you want to look at it here, if you want to because I feel like we've digressed very well. Because when women talk about feminism, we're talking about body autonomy, right to choose, absence of victim blaming, addressing issues like child marriages, and just to be heard in general. When men talk about feminism, they'll say reduce it to
18 men.
no wait,
Go
wait,
digging.
let me land. 50-50 relationships.
Oh my
That's what
God.
they call feminism.
Cooking.
Unshaved legs, splitting the bill,
Submission.
asking women to go to war. That is you.
But you people said this. Sorry.
Yeah, no, land. I need it to land. I need it to land.
Reframe that word. Some people said it is equality. That's equality now. Every form of it, both what you said.
It's so fucking funny
For
because
both
Let
sides.
me say something
sometimes
to you people. Let me say something to you, Deji. I don't see why I should be forced to fight a war that I do not put, that I do not have a hand in.
Okay.
You are going to ask me what do I mean? Every single war, major war that
Mm.
has started in this world was started by men. Two men that had a disagreement.
I agree.
So, even the wars that have been against, like, fighting for a woman,
I
the
agree.
woman had no interest in what was going on.
I agree.
She herself did not even care.
I agree.
If you look at the wars that were fought for women, yeah, they'll say, oh, a woman that made two cities go to
I
war.
understand.
Just that, I'm going to call it men measuring their dicks.
yeah.
They're trying to show who is more powerful. That's what it is. So you cannot come and say, oh, fault. That's victim blaming. You want to fault the woman for something you decided to do for yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you decided to do it yourself. You chose to do it. Men go to wars for. I'm saying men go to wars because men go to wars. It is a political, because as you have decided that women should not be political leaders because we don't have the logical factor to be in political power.
So
Meanwhile,
emotional.
women are more biologically created to handle stress better because of we have thicker dentures at the back of our necks because of childbirth. But you people just decided, oh no, we can't be, because we are the weaker sex.
I
So
think that's a topic that we should have here as well. The whole females participating in politics. Actually, I attended a seminar because once again I said I'm a law student. So there's this society termed FIDA, Women's Association of Lawyers, particularly. And one of the like this is the society. I don't know, there's so many branches all over Nigeria. So this particular seminar that we had was about it was about women participating in politics, women giving the opportunity to have more political positions, women being able to say more in the higher spaces in government. Do you understand? Because like some states would say, okay, yes, we've given you guys some space to to preach out what you want to preach, but
But they don't
they're not
actually
giving
give that
in that
exactly.
aspect, there
They're
are how
not
many
giving.
how many
They're not giving enough.
exactly. There are
How
only
many
four
women in
women
power?
in
No, I agree.
106.
I
The
agree.
minister
When
for
it comes to
for women's
politics,
affairs
there's
is a
no.
man.
So, like, now in all these things
That's
that we said
amazing.
here,
In fact, not just politics. I think everything that
Even in
we
minute
do,
spaces of
every
leadership,
major leadership role, and
even
I'm
in
talking
universities,
in
you
religion,
would
I'm
rarely see a
talking
woman
in
be like SRA
politics, I'm
president or
talking
something.
in
Even if she's
education,
class rep,
I'm
she's assistant
talking
class
in
rep.
every single aspect now. Because like now, if let's go to religion now. How dare you see a female what in Islam? Ah, Jesus, God,
Female
please.
anything,
I'm
female
sorry,
doctor.
but like, yeah, I'm a Christian.
Even in
I respect
Christianity,
the Islam society,
I
but
don't.
I don't understand like from what I've seen in parts of the Quran. I am not completely learned. I am learning every day, but the degradation of the female nature, it's outstanding to me personally because what I have seen, like okay, I understand the heaven that is being spoken about. Okay, a man could go to heaven, and what is waiting in heaven for him is
72
7 wives,
virgins.
oh, 7 virgins. Okay, 7 virgins. Then
I want to agree for you.
when a woman goes to
Heaven.
heaven, what there was a particular vague statement, something about her enjoyment of something. I don't know. Please, if you can correct me, please do correct me. When I have the chance, I will go back to it. But it was so vague, and I had to sit and understand that. Okay, women, Islam women now are to cover themselves and keep in that purity. Why can a man not keep in his purity as well? That is what we're talking about here. Like,
Exactly.
I do not want to outstretch to religions. I do not want to outstretch to different countries. For example, what the women in Afghanistan
Afghanistan
are
are
currently
going
facing.
suffering.
through.
Because that final right of education has just been,
They don't
for
even have a
so,
right to
it
speak
has been
in
taken
public.
away from them
The
just now.
regression you talk
So
about
now, in my mind, a woman now, a whole human being that has been brought into the world, in fact, the mistake of that human being
But she
is
was
being a
born woman.
woman.
Oh my
Do you
god.
see
So
how
now she's
crazy?
being taken, in fact, every single right she could possibly have,
Does
even
not
in the
exist.
coverage from. Do you see
Right
those
to
things that they wear over
education,
their
Like,
head?
right
That
does
to
not
veil, I don't
speech.
know
They
what it
cannot
is
speak.
called, but their eyes, you
can't
cannot
see
see their
their
eyes.
eyes.
But yet, a man will tell you he's imagining all the wonders inside that clothes that she's wearing. Why?
Do you understand? So
My question is why?
exactly.
So
So
now
let me-
we're fighting feminism. Sorry,
no,
we're now fighting for feminism. That fight we are fighting for here, like this argument that we're having here, is to protect the rights of these women. Do you understand? To give them the stance, not just to speak, the ability to learn, the ability to be educated,
To
to
move
start with, to
freely.
move freely. To move, in fact, to go to the hospital and say, okay, I will be safe.
And I would
Not
like to
that
see a
they're
female
setting that in my
gynecologist.
mind by the age of 40 something, I'm dead if a man doesn't kill me or something. At the end of the day, you will marry. The man that you married will still kill you. So what? Like, your life is so useless.
Your life is so
like
useless.
Deji, you see how like people are like, oh, somebody, because like, and I'm waiting for the comments in this video. Somebody come and say, but Afghanistan is not Nigeria. You see the way like Afghanistan
Let's
is
go
what we're
to
going to talk about.
Sokoto
What
and
we're going
Co.
to say is the peak
In fact, not
of
even
it.
Sokoto.
What's
There's a
happening
See,
particular
everywhere else?
just because
state.
women have rights, just because and I'm talking to the women here, just because of you have rights today does not mean you have rights tomorrow.
Finish.
If a country can, a leaders in a country can sit down and say, women here, you people are not going to bam, and it's going to happen. Take in mind that political leaders talk amongst themselves.
For the
Just because of
fact-
you have rights today does not mean you are going to have rights tomorrow. So as a woman, it is your duty to educate yourself, educate people around you.
Exactly.
Mothers, educate your
Educate your
sons.
sons.
Educate your
If you
sons.
bring
That
your
son you're not
in
beating
fact,
today is going to be
if you
rapist of
bring
tomorrow.
your untrained son
I will
into
train him for
society
you.
to deal with the women that are
Educate
coming
your
now,
sons.
we will train your sons
We'll
for
train
you.
your
Because
sons
how
for you.
dare you
No,
come
seriously,
and
like,
try to beat up your fellow woman, beat up your female
After-
children, and in fact squeeze us into a box, but you cannot say anything. You cannot tell your son to go and wash plates.
like,
Better wash that
although the
plate.
next thing they'll tell you is like,
You
oh,
better groom him, because if you don't groom him,
the next thing they'll
if
say,
you don't groom,
the
I'm
next
telling
thing
you, I
they'll
promise
say
you,
is
every woman that thinks just like us, he's finished.
She's
you
finished.
know the funny thing, you see women like that. You see women like that when they've useless their son in
I've
training.
said it.
The next
A
thing they'll
promise
now
is
come and
not
say
a
is,
threat,
the next
but it is finished. If it doesn't end with me, if it doesn't end with us, it's going to end with the later generations of
you know
women.
something,
You're
you know
done.
something,
Hmm.
even like this thing you're saying about like, see, one thing about women that train their sons in the poor light is at the end of the day, they'll not come and say, we need to find wife that will take care of you. Guys, what are we doing? Like you train your child in a way that he's an animal walking amongst human beings. And your next best solution is to dump him a woman. Does that make
Honestly,
sense? A full-grown adult. So you see things like this, you hear things like this, and you have to think to yourself, like, this thing doesn't just start from someone woke up and said it. No,
exactly.
it's a pattern.
It's a
It's a
pattern.
pattern that we've let happen so many
many
times,
times.
on
Very
and
much
on and
deeply
on
rooted
and on
For
and
the
on
from
fact
our
again.
that
ethnics
exactly
back in
for
the
the fact
day.
that you can look at a young woman and then because she's wearing a short skirt or her hair is somehow, you tell her you will not find husband. But every local
That's the
drunkard
threat,
in the
please stop.
village has a wife.
Mm.
Every local madman on the road
Yes.
has a wife.
Mm.
Like, that's something to
We
think
are
about.
not rehabilitation centers for badly behaved men.
I beg. Mom, you know they drop bars.
She's
They drop bars, drop bars.
She's dropping.
Jesus.
Please train your sons,
Like,
please. Train
honestly, so
them.
I
Please.
Deji, like, see, one thing I believe in strongly is when you see angry feminists on the internet, as long as you know you actively try to make a difference for women, it's not going to disturb you.
Exactly.
Because let me
Because at
like
that point, feminism is your lifestyle.
like when you've made, I have been privileged to meet guys that have tried their best to come out of that their misogynistic thinking, because every male like is born, like you are built into misogyny. It's
Yeah.
something that like even women too, just like she said earlier, you are
Women
built
too as
into
well.
it. You will have to realize it and then come out. It's not in one day something. Do you get?
It's a
And then people are
gradual
like, oh,
process.
misandry kills the man's spirit. Misandry does this, misandry does that.
Nobody cares about your spirit, I
There's
swear.
the funny thing. There was a time where like that rape case happened earlier this year. That girl that her friend were raped because of photography and everything.
Yeah.
That the course dismissed at the end of the day. I'm telling you, this thing is not fair. Guy, the playing ground is so uneven. Because tell me how a babe that her and her friend are the victims and the witnesses, with evidence, went to court and the person was sent scot-free. Do you see how crazy that
Oh,
is?
that's even too small. Look at this Orozo rape festival
Do
now.
you get?
In the
Do you
21st
get?
century,
Do you
in a
get? Do you see how
country,
barbaric
there is
and
a
crazy that
festival
is?
held to sexually assault
So
women.
now I'm trying to say that during that period I was upset.
Well, I think we should start
There's
creating our
every
own
reason to be
festivals. So
angry
No,
as
see,
as
you
a
know, funny
feminist
thing,
in
Okay.
during
Nigeria.
that period I was quite upset, and I made
I
it
was
known
upset.
on my Instagram that I was very, very upset. Like I posted about it.
No.
In fact, I almost started shouting. I made like 4 or 5 slides, just type it, said a lot of stuff. Someone that came to my DMs, a man, because he no go pass, because I don't know any
He will
woman
not
in
go
my life
past a
that
man.
says that kind of nonsense. I said, oh, what about your brothers and your father? Let me say, I stand
My
by
brother
this
and my
thing.
father are not
You know the
rapists.
funny
Let's
thing?
start from
I
there.
stand by this thing every single day. I stand by this thing every single day. If my family members prove to be on the other aspects, I'll just throw you away. Like to me, I say this thing all the time, and people are not going to agree with this statement. Every single man is guilty until proven innocent. That is my belief. You might not agree with it, and that's fine. Like I know that there are good guys out there. I
Yeah.
know. But
But
to
they've been
me,
proven.
because do you know why I say so? Do you know why I say so? Because your experience on the male gender and my experience on the male gender are two different.
Completely
The guy you
different
know
things.
and the guy, like you could have a friend now, Deji,
Yes, that's
that
what
is your guy, your G,
you wanted
your
to
Exactly.
explain that before. Like,
Exactly.
because
Yes.
you can be
The
you
guy
now,
you
the
know,
person you know is not the person
not the
she
person
may
you
know,
know,
because
Exactly.
we could not
she's the
even
one with the person. You have no idea how he's
idea who this
behaving with
person
you
her.
don't have a single clue how this person is. So this your concept of, oh no, he's a good guy. Oga, hush. No be you they face within they inside
And
the
it's
house.
so fucking funny because you go and ask a guy, did you rape this girl? Do you expect him to say yes?
No, seriously. Like let's be offer. Let's be
Do you
for real.
expect him? Do you expect a rapist to not be a liar?
Well, she
But
came to
I did
me.
not sign and so like I did not enter.
you know,
Wait,
they write am for face.
I read the whole face. I mean, tell us so. Let's know.
I did not enter this like rape topic because you know like there are men that talk about how men are accused wrongly and all of that. All of that. I don't think that is a major concern in a country where we see rape like 50 times compared to
Yes.
one fake case. So like if you are bothered by fake cases, that's not your issue.
It's
But like
you're my
for
host.
what you just for what you just said just now, like I don't know, but I feel like there are clear signs.
You can't vouch for
You
any
can't vouch
bloody
for
guy
any
on this
man.
earth.
You can't. Because
And
the
the thing
instant
that
you guys
makes
get
me crazy-
aroused, all your brain
The
leaves
thing
your
that
head.
makes me crazy here is that women have a higher libido.
Do you understand?
Our libidos
I
are
don't go around
biologically
raping
higher.
niggas,
So
bro.
why do you think that your sex drive is higher than my sex drive? What kind of stupid excuse
It's
is that?
genuinely,
Do you know
it's
why?
biologically
Our
not.
hormones make us feel the need to sleep with people to
By fire, by force. Like your body actually tells you, oh, yeah, go and find a baby. Go and find a baby.
I tell you this, I tell you this. There are no signs, there are no wonders,
There
there
are
are
no
no
signs,
signals.
there are no wonders.
You could be sitting beside your next rapist you don't know.
And the funny thing is that rape is not just seeing somebody on the road and forcing yourself on top of them. Rape is also when a guy is asking you, please now, please now, please now, please now.
Yes,
Men as a whole just don't take rape
seriously enough.
because I've seen videos of drunk men with women raping them, and then their guys are videoing him and laughing. I've seen, not even I've seen like life experience. I've been sitting down with some of my male friends, And then they're talking casually talking about how they were abused when they were younger, and they're laughing. And their friends are telling them, "You must have enjoyed it."
Do you
Now, a
understand?
9-year-old
Yeah,
boy,
no, that one.
Yeah,
I
like
know,
the topic
like
of rape is not taken
men being
seriously
raped
enough
is
by
not.
men, and
it's not.
it causes so much discourse. And that's why
Whether
I
it's
always
man
say this. You
raping
see,
woman
you're
or
saying
woman
that
raping man, they don't care.
there are signs and symptoms and signals. Chairman, I need to let you know. You should be fortunate that you are never going to know the female experience. I don't think you've ever left your house in the night and you are like you've ever walked out of your house to go and buy something, maybe corn or drugs or anything, and you are thinking, oh my god, let me pay attention to people behind me, people in
And
front of me,
honestly,
people outside
just
of me.
because you're a man, don't think you're
Exempt from
automatically
it
exempted
because
for rape. Because honestly, a man can rape a man. And if you're unlucky, it's going to happen to you. And this is the only time they actually react like this. So some
yeah,
men, yeah,
because the thought is so repulsive.
some men, if you tell them a woman will rape you, they'll start smiling.
Oh, please
Because
don't
of how
threaten me
overly
with a good
sexualized it
Don't
is.
time.
threaten me with a good time. You are no load, though. Nobody will tell you the truth.
So yeah, I feel like I don't think we have.
Oh,
If you want to say we want to discuss this thing
it's
today,
gonna
Like,
take a
we're not
it's
gonna
going to
finish.
while.
take a
We'll not
while.
finish talking. Like we will not finish. And the story I just gave you, yeah,
Mm.
it's one of many.
One of many.
And I know that if the girls here were able, because and the reason I said this was because of like I've grown out of it. I've healed myself to an extent where like I knew that this wasn't my fault. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So many women don't get to that aspect. They don't get to that point in their lives.
Some women live with
They live with
shame
that
that it's
shame.
my fault. It's my
Exactly.
fault. Just for
So, like
existing.
I said, we can't table the whole matter today. If not, we
Yeah.
don't go come out this chair today.
Real.
And I feel like this was a very nice way to end this season. I love the fact that we ended it. And we're going to talk about it more, obviously. Once more, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You've got to this point of the video. You've been educated.
Might as well.
Intelligent men and women have spoken to you. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Check us out on YouTube, Instagram. Man,
And I love how you've actually like just been
I
quiet.
don't know. I can't.
Just
This
allowed
is
us to just
this is not
talk.
a topic I can even possibly try and like input
And thank you for not bringing up gender-based violence.
Thank you.
No, gender wars. Sorry.
Gender wars.
That way I for change that for you.
Thank you for not
Gen-
doing, but
gender wars is a thing that
men are raped
exists.
It's a
too now.
propaganda.
Men are
Exactly.
suffering
Exactly.
too now.
It's something is like another uprising.
Pam.
It's something that exists because both sides refuse to acknowledge that.
Exactly.
There's a problem.
But yeah, that's now.
Okay, so like
So
yeah.
check us out everywhere, guys. We love having you. Season 2 coming very, very soon to all of you.
Yeah.
We cannot get enough of us.
Once more, I'm Cam.
I remain Deji. Who's our lovely
just-
guest.
Akwani, the editor.
Oma.
And this has been Off the Mic.
More.
I beg off the mic. Thank you.